Hi everyone, meteorologist Rusty Dawkins looking at the next couple of days. There's a few chances for some severe weather in some spots. This doesn't look like a huge outbreak, but the potential is there for large hail damaging wind, maybe some tornadoes as well. So we'll take a look at that. First, we'll set the stage with the low temperatures, which across the region for March 11th, which it's still technically winter. These are very mild temperatures for this time of year, but we're kind of used to that already. I mean, the last couple of months have just been very mild. January was cold, but February and now March have been very warm. In fact, look at these temperatures. Goodness sakes, a swath of 70-degree temperatures all the way up almost to International Falls, which, I mean, 62 is warm enough for International Falls. They do not see high temperatures that high. In fact, that 77 in Lincoln, the average high there is 52. So that's how much warmer it has been. So this is going to continue as we head through the next several days. This is March 12th. Notice those temperatures once again getting into the 70s for almost, I mean, look at this. This huge area right here is all 70s and even some 80s out there. That area is anywhere from 5 to 25 degrees above normal. The high temperature anomaly is just incredible. In fact, it's just, look at how much of the area is positive, is plus. The entire eastern 2/3. I mean, even Phoenix. I didn't get Phoenix. There you go. It's just basically the west coast from Salt Lake to Seattle to San Francisco. Everybody else is warmer than average. This continues, but this area right here starting to see some cooler air bubble further. That's kind of a cold front. That means something later on, but again, just about everybody anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees above average for March 13th. So that's Wednesday. So you're looking at Monday, above average, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it will likely continue into Thursday. But notice the cold front is starting to slice right there. So it's making its way. Winter not quite done yet. This is going to be one of those situations where you may have snow from on one side of the cold front and severe weather on the other side, which we'll talk about here in a second. But again, just about everybody, the eastern half of the U.S., above average, and now the western half, not 2/3 or 1/3, but the western half of the U.S., below average. Look at Denver, 18 degrees below normal for that high temperature anomaly. So things will start to change as we get towards the second half of this week. Now, next week, March 17th through the 21st, finally the western 1/3 of the U.S. warmer than average, whereas everybody else is either cooler than average or at least below normal for temperatures or near average. So things are going to start to change next week. Looks like it'll be a drier week. Just about the entire Midwest looks to be drier. Further south, better chance for rain, and then further west, the west coast, looks to be drier as well. So I think things are going to change a week from now, but until then, kind of got a busy couple of days here. So let's take a look at the forecast. First area we're going to hone in on here is basically Missouri and parts of eastern Kansas, in and around the Kansas City area. This is Tuesday evening, and then into the overnight as it pushes east into Wednesday morning. It hangs on to some strength, but I think the severe weather threat will be when it first starts to form. That's around your 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. time frame from about Kansas City south towards Oklahoma City. Now, the tornado threat is small. I mean, it's less than 2% for Tuesday, so that's good news. But damaging wind and large hail, likely your two significant possibilities for parts of Kansas, Missouri, even into parts of Oklahoma on Tuesday. That would be Tuesday afternoon and into the evening hours. Main reason, quite a bit of instability, especially just from Kansas City south. That bluish dot right here, this area right here, you're kind of getting close to the moderate instability, and that's, you're going to notice the energy helicity index, which is basically spin for right turning storms. It's from Kansas City south and west, so that's the potential for some rotation, hail in that same area from Kansas City south towards northeastern Oklahoma, and then the significant tornado parameter, very low, from 0.1 to 0.5, maybe even 1, just south of Kansas City. See that yellowish color right there? right around there. That's still pretty low. You want to get closer to the 3s and 4s before you start to see a good chance for a significant tornado. So this is good news. It just doesn't look like there's a really great chance at a big tornado, but a quick spin up is absolutely a possibility. So now let's fast forward to Wednesday. This is a different storm system. This is this area right here will have the better chance at seeing strong to severe storms Wednesday evening. You're looking at this time frame right here, Wednesday from 7:30 p.m. on, and maybe even before that, maybe as early as the afternoon. I'll put this into motion. Notice now it moves. Once it moves into Nebraska, it kind of loses its the instability. So good old-fashioned thunderstorms there, but this area could hang on to a few severe storms through late Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and then this pushes all the way up towards Chicago. But the best chance for severe weather is when those storms form, and it looks like from about Dallas all the way up into parts of the north central and western half of Missouri into southern Iowa, southeastern Nebraska, eastern Kansas, and then kind of a swath here into parts of Oklahoma. That's your best chance for severe weather, and the main reason is this instability. Notice it looks almost exactly like what that Storm Prediction Center has. It has just all the way up curving over here towards Lincoln, St. Louis, Memphis, and really you got to see the yellows before it's a lot of instability, but any instability is fuel. And even if it's not a lot of fuel, sometimes you don't need a lot of fuel. So the best chance for significant hail follows that same area. It looks exactly like the instability, which looks exactly like the Storm Prediction Center outlook. So that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? So from Dallas to Wichita, maybe into Nebraska, the southwestern corner of Missouri, and then down south. And then that kind of meanders its way around this area right here, likely where you would see the significant hail if storms are in this area. I think by 6 a.m. the fuel is basically gone. If there was fuel, you would see significant hail, but it just doesn't look like that's going to last. Tornado, kind of the same thing, very low on the significant tornado parameter. We are seeing a couple of spots here that are yellowish, maybe your 1s to 2s, so a possibility right there is a 3. So if everything times out right, I think central and eastern Oklahoma would be your best shot at seeing some strong to severe tornadoes. But right now it has to time up just right. So it's still the lower half. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then as we head into the overnight, into the early morning hours, everything seems to fizzle out a little bit by Thursday morning. So a little good news there. And then there's still another chance Thursday. This is for kind of the same spot, just a little further south into more Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Oklahoma, kind of that 4-state region right there for Thursday. So how much precipitation are we going to see? Some areas could see quite a bit. There's a few areas here. There's this area here, which is where all those storms are going to be going towards, and even up here towards New York, maybe parts of Pennsylvania. So many areas looking at the potential for significant precipitation, and it's still winter. Look at this right here. Look at that path. If that could be 2 or 3 inches of snow, maybe 3 or 4 inches of snow in some spots, and of course the upper elevations always this time of year still seeing the potential for snowfall. So a couple of days of severe weather potential. This could last, this could be for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and there's even a snowfall chance. So thanks for following along. Would love if you like and subscribe. That would be fantastic. See you next time.